One day, Otsuyo became sick. She sent for Yamamoto Shido, the family doctor and a close friend of her father.
Remember, we are in the house of a hybrid woman. You must mind your manners. That means no talking unless you're asked to.
I understand, Yamamoto Sensei.
Otsuyu-sama is ready to see you now. Please follow me.
It's you!
Thank you for coming, Yamamoto-san. This is not your problem.
This is my student, Hagiwara Shinzawa. But do not mind him. What is that ails you, Ichi-masama?
I've been feeling
Dear child, you're running a fever. I will get a wet towel and some medicine from my house as well. Shinzaburo, stay with her until I get back. Just call Oyori-san if she needs anything. If you disobey me, I will punish you.
so your name is Shindao. Thank you for the hand. Please introduce me.
Yamamoto Sensei had told me not to speak unless asked.
I allow you to speak. Yamamoto-san is not around.
If you allow it, I want to ask you something.
What do you want to do?
Why did you live apart from your family, Ichi-masama?
Just follow me.
Then, why did you live apart from your family also?
It's my stepmother. She looks up at me.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's my turn to ask.
What do you want to know?
Tell me about your family.
My parents died when I was very young. Yamamoto Sensei had taken care of me when they died. He says that I was the son of a samurai, which is why I inherited the large house which my father used to own.
Sounds that you had a market. But you don't have to put in the past to deserve such an honor.
Karma works in strange ways. Perhaps destiny is preparing me for my ultimate punishment.
I pray that destiny will not watch.
Destiny can be cruel to those who have done wrong, but destiny can also bring happiness and peace to those who do well.
I hope that destiny will be.
Shinzaburo, you better not move from your place. I have the medicine and call Corofes now, Lady Ichi-masama.
Over the time that Otsuyo was sick, she often grew bored lying in her bed. To entertain her, Shinzaburo would read to her every day.
So the Weaver Maiden's mother became angry that her daughter had fallen for the ruling cowherd. She took her daughter away and brought her to the Celestial Palace, where the Jade Emperor bid her to weave colorful gloves.
What happens next?
The cowherd was devastated. He was no longer able to do his work. One day, his favorite cow began to talk. "Kill me and take my hide," it said. The poor cowherd was confused. The cow spoke once more. "Use my hide to fly to the Celestial Palace," the cow said. So the cowherd sat his daughter, his dearest friend, using its skin as a pair of wings, he flew to the Jade Emperor's palace. Yes, he did. And the Jade Emperor was so touched by their love for each other that he allowed the Weaver Maiden to return to Earth.
Are they together?
But the Weaver Maiden's mother grew angry. She took her hairpin and scratched a river of stars between the two lovers. The Weaver Maiden and the cowherd were to be forever parted by the river. That's not the end. The magpies took pity on them and formed a black bridge across the river so the two lovers could reunite. The Weaver Maiden's mother became angrier. She told the Jade Emperor to forbid the magpies from forming the bridge. To appease the Weaver Maiden's mother, the Jade Emperor allowed the magpies to make the bridge only on the seventh night of the seventh moon. Still, the Weaver Maiden's mother was not happy. Sometimes she would make it rain on the night of seven so the magpies could not fly. Often, the Jade Emperor had to distract her on that night so she could not make it rain. So the cowherd and the Weaver Maiden were able to meet once a year on one side of the river. Yamamoto Sensei says that the river is the Milky Way and the two lovers are the stars, Altair and Vega.
Shinzaburō, it's time to go home.
Well, I'll bring another story to tell tomorrow.
But you won't be here tomorrow.
I'll bring another story to tell after tomorrow.